What is the reason we put effort on anything? To get something in return, right? We study hard to get good grades, work out to get a good body, set goals, think about how good you will feel when you achieve them, and actually work hard to achieve them. Sounds fair. That's how a normal person should think. But what if I tell you that this way of living is actively stressing you out? Motivation comes from the expectations of results. The only reason you would ever do the difficult work is to achieve that result. Expecting these results give us energy, and it's the basis of motivation. So why are they bad for you? Think of it this way. Have you ever got your hopes up for something just for it to never happen? When you expect something, you feel happy, excited, and when that thing never happens, you don't just return to your previous neutral state. You actually feel worse than before. You feel disappointed and stressed, even though you did nothing wrong. This happens regularly in your lives, whether you notice it or not. You make an effort to get close to someone you like, even though you can't force them to like you back. You work hard to build a good body, even though you don't know how long it will take. You plan something with your friends and they cancel last minute. But the fact is, there is no reason for you to feel bad. Could you have stopped your friend from cancelling plans if they had some serious emergency? Sometimes you just can't control the results, and if the results isn't what you expected, why should you feel bad if it's not something you can change? If you set your expectations on the wrong things, in the end, all that's going to happen is you'll feel unnecessary negative emotions that's not going to help you. What you need to change is the way you set those expectations so that it gives you the benefit of motivation, but in a way that you will also not feel stressed if the results are not what you want. A good method to change your mindset is thinking of your actions as an input or output. An input is something that you can already do right now. Inputs can be, for example, running, working out, practicing something you like. Anything that comes directly from you, from your actions. An output is the result, the real world noticeable outcome. To an extent, your input can change the output, but there are also other factors in play. And what you need to do is focus your attention and expectations on your input rather than the output. Making YouTube videos is an input. The only factor stopping me is the amount of effort that I put in. But the output, the amount of views I get, is something that I can only partially change, depending on how good my video is, but it's also affected by other factors like the algorithm, the trend, and any other factors outside of my control. Now, what would happen if I just focused on the input rather than the output? The result is, there will be times where my videos flop, and I will just feel disappointed and think about how unlucky I am. Not only does that not help, but I might also give up or lose motivation in the way. But if I focus on the input that I put in, the goal that I set for myself, which is one video a week, I'll feel good by the end of each week if I finished my goal. I'll still be able to feel motivated by that. In the long run, focusing on the input will bring you the best output, and you also feel good in the process as long as you finish your goals. So the result is not the amount of rewards you get, it's the amount of work you did. If you live in this way, you might think, where do you get happiness from if it's not from those rewards? You get happiness from doing the work. For most people, it's opposite to what you get from work. Most people don't like doing hard things. They only do it for the reward. But to be truly happy, you need to be able to enjoy the process of work, to be in a flow state and be fully present and living while working, knowing that you are contributing to yourself and the world, even if the results are not here yet. This feeling of fulfillment is the true reward you should chase. And compared to other outputs, nothing is stopping you from this besides yourself. The result is the amount of work you did, not the amount of rewards you get. Focus on the input rather than the output, because then everything is under your control. You will get to live with a clear expectation and with freedom. To you, joining us on this journey of self-improvement, our future is bright.